how we refer to our colleague members of parliament, honorable member for Kwadaso, honorable friend, honorable lady, honorable gentleman. My worry is my nephew, such renditions are not captured in our standing orders as to how we address our colleagues. I'm just bringing this to your attention, whether it is appropriate or we should go strictly by how we are supposed to refer to our colleagues. Then, Mr. Speaker.
So, honorable member, let's engage on the 17, the column 17, the issue regarding my nephew.
Okay.
My nephew is not known to the standing order, but that was what the member said, and that was what the Hansard has captured. The situation would have been different if a member takes an objection to it and the appropriate corrections were made. But since that was what happened on the floor of Parliament, and Hansard or the official report has captured it exactly the way it happens, the official report cannot be at fault. But I agree with you that the correct designation should not have been my nephew.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for your guidance. Then let me take us to column 19. Column 19, I will skip that one for some obvious reason. Let me do the last one on column 23. Because I'm using my phone, it's difficult to get to the exact 23. On line 11.
Which paragraph?
Column 23 on the 11th sentence. The record for Friday will show that instead of the news out there that we adjourned because we did not have the members. There are times the Hansard department can also make some errors, and that is understandable. If you say that instead of the news, I'm not sure whether that's what the honorable member said, but in spite of the news would be more appropriate. In spite of the news is different from instead of the news. No, the point is that we've been in this chamber, and at times certain renditions by members are written differently based on what they hear. So if I see it and I bring it to the attention of members, I'm not saying that I'm right, but let us look at the context. We were in the House when Honorable Joe Sewusu ruled that even though we are talking about verbatim reportage, we must also look at the context as to whether the context will make the sentence more sensible or otherwise. So, the Speaker, my duty is to bring this to our attention as to whether it is instead or in spite of.
Please do. Please do.
So I'm
please
saying
proceed.
that instead of, it should be in spite of, because instead of is a bit weird. Look at the context and come again. Who said it doesn't matter? It matters. Context matters. Let us allow Mr. Speaker to make his judgment out of that. Thank you.
Honorable member, you are once again reminded that you address the chair. Any further corrections? Yes, Honorable Chief Whip.
Speaker, we have a provision on votes and proceedings and the correction of the Hansard. Speaker, you cannot be correcting the verbatim recording of another member. if there are typographical errors, you can do that. But words uttered by a member and recorded by Hansard as having been uttered so, another member cannot, as it were, be amending for purposes of grammatical corrections. With all due respect, Mr. Speaker, typographical errors, yes, but not, even if there are grammatical errors, Hansard says this is what the person said. So the essence of Hansard, which is the memory of the House, is supposed to capture that as it was uttered.
You see, honorable members, majority, Chief Whip, you are right in the sense that whatever the member said is what the official report would capture. Sometimes, if you want to correct what the member said, it will contextually put a different meaning on what the member has said. So we need to be careful trying to correct what the member has said. If you put another word there and they play the recording, it will be different from the corrected word. So they have the opportunity of also listening to the voice of the member and capturing it the way the honorable member delivered his or her submission. So with all due respect, once that is what the member said, let's be guided accordingly.
Well, Mr. Speaker, in this case, with respect, we cannot assume that that is what the person said, unless, Mr. Speaker, I'm saying that
honorable members,
we cannot
you see,
make that assumption.
Honorable Kingsley Nyako, the difficulty was that you indicated you were not even here.
No. That was
because you were not here.
That was the votes and proceeding. This is official report, and in this case, I was here. But I'm saying that.
So you are here. Are you saying that was not what the member said?
Mr. Speaker, the point I'm making is that we'll be in this chamber where some statements contextually, and I was here when Honorable Joe Sewusu said that you cannot correct verbatim report, but if the context suggests otherwise, that is different. I'm not saying that what I'm saying is right, but the context is what is suggesting otherwise. All of us, we can make comments, we can debate, but the Hansard department in recording can make a mistake. Last week I was here when I realized that Honorable Intim